Bow. Okay, so this is going to be on progressive self-defense flow, part 3, third part. So we're going to skip the first 2 parts. There's other videos for that. We're going to jump right into part 3. That means I start in a guillotine choke. Switch sides. Okay, so what's going on here? Let's switch sides again. Now, my first action, of course, is not get choked. I got to do something about the pressure that she's going to be bringing into my neck. Now, as you remember from the last video, we need to bring our hips in. She needs to bring her hips in towards me to really finish that choke, to get the leverage that she needs to be. So if I can block the hips in some way and keep them far away, that's going to be a good thing. The other thing is she's going to be trying to arch her shoulders back. If I can block that, that would be a good thing. The way that I'm going to do that, go ahead and put me in the guillotine, is my left hand on this close hip. I'm going to block that. I'm just going to try to create a brace there. My elbow is going to be in close to my body. It's nice and stiff. My fingers are pointing out away towards the outside of her hip. Turn with me. My right hand now, I'm going to reach. I'm going to fling it or throw it over the opposite side shoulder as far down. I can't. If I could get her belt and grab it, that would be great. You can't always reach that far, but that's what you're thinking about getting there, right? And locking on right there. So now that I've got that, I'm at least arresting the choke a little bit. She's not able to finish it. There might be a little bit of a fight here, right? She's trying to finish it. I'm holding it off. And while that's happening, I'm going to try to get her to open her hands up by doing a knee towards the groin or whatever I can reach. This is kind of an awkward position to throw a knee from, so I'm going to just do the best I can to create a distraction. And she's going to start to want to defend that. So we're going to assume that the hands open up. She doesn't like the knee. She's doing something about that. Now I'm going to escape. Catch the wrist here, just with a finger grip. I'm going to posture by sticking my chin in the air and driving my hips in and under my shoulders. Once I have that good posture, I'm going to take that whole structure from my head to my hips. I'm going to duck out like throwing doing a ducking out in boxing and get out of range. Now we're going to finish this off with a jab and an overhand right. It could be anything, right? There could be a lot of things that you do to get out of the guillotine and follow up. For the progressive self-defense flow, that's our next move. We're going to knock him out, set him up with a jab, knock him out with the overhand right. Now let me do that one more time from another angle. So we're starting at the guillotine. Block the near side hip, hand over, hang on the right opposite side shoulder, get a base, fire knees to open up the grip. I'm catching her wrist, and this is important. Posture, chin up, hips in. Then keep my hips under my head as I duck out. Once I'm out broken distance or open the distance, the jab goes here. Notice how that pops her chin up, and this one's going to come across and down with that chin in a diagonal angle, which is one of the best ways to, physiologically, the most reliable way to knock out a human being is to take their chin and whip it sideways so their brain goes inside their skull. So that's the finish there, okay? Thank you, ma'am. So now I'm going to mirror image it for you if you're following along. Assume you're in a guillotine. So you're already bent over. It's all wrapped up here. And hopefully they're not anywhere close to finishing it yet. You just know what's coming, right? Block the near side hip. Note the fingers out. Hang as deep over the opposite side shoulder as you can. Grab whatever you can. If it's a piece of shirt, if it's a belt, whatever. Hold on nice and tight there. Base out, all right? Fire some knees up towards the groin or the inner thigh. Again, it's a little bit of an awkward position, but you got to do something to distract them. As soon as their hands come open even a little bit to defend their groin, catch. You're going to catch the wrist here. Your chin is going to go up and your hips are going to go in. Boom. So I'm not going up with the hips. I'm going in with the hips. Then, keeping my chin up, I duck out. Knees bend. I make a U shape with my head, right? Get some distance, and then, boom, fire the jab, fire the overhand right. One more time. We're in the guillotine. Block the near side hip. Hang over the far side shoulder. Base. Fire knees to distract. Catch the wrist here, the near side. Posture. Duck out. Counter jab and overhand right. And that is part 3 of our progressive self-defense flow. Oos.